Word about the Queer Superpowers for Leaders programs and how I think about queer superpowers. So, along the way to becoming LGBTQ professionals that we are today, all of us have made many adaptations. In response to influences and pressures in the world, we have formed a version of ourselves that works. Now, growing up and adapting along the course of our developmental journeys, we, queer people, come up with certain postures and patterns to handle the distinctive challenges that we face. To a great extent, these postures and patterns serve us extremely well. That's why I call them queer superpowers. The problem is, these adaptations that we've come up with not only create advantages for us, but also limitations. So, by gaining greater awareness of these queer superpowers, we can learn to deploy them more effectively and more consciously. Pragmatically, this program will give you queer perspectives on your development as a human being and as a leader, a framework of 10 queer superpowers that commonly show up in LGBTQ lives, tools to make the most of those powers and to avoid their pitfalls, practice noticing how these and other similar adaptive patterns have been showing up in your own life, and finally, the space to reimagine and reconfigure your postures and patterns for more effective leadership and greater flourishing. So, as we do this learning together, we're also going to be experimenting with creating together a new kind of LGBTQ community, one that is founded on mutual support, compassion, and trust. So, by coming back each session, you'll not only become a more capable leader, but you'll also feel grounded, that is, able to get rooted through a practice of noticing that builds self awareness. You'll feel connected, first of all, to yourself, but also to the broader LGBTQ community here and beyond, but also to all other humans. You'll feel more connected because each of us is on our own unique developmental journey. You'll also feel joyful. That is a sense of lightness that is made possible by greater self-compassion and this supportive community that we're going to create together. And finally, you'll feel more courageous because growing into a more expansive version of yourself and finding fuller flourishing is genuinely possible. So that's what Queer Superpowers for Leaders is all about. I look forward to seeing you in our sessions going forward.